Coming up on Tech Talk, I'm comparing my 2017 iMac Pro to my new 2021 Mac Studio M1 Max, and it's coming up right now. I love my iMac Pro. I've had it since 2019. It's a great computer. It's done everything I wanted to do. But when Apple started making their own silicon, moved to the M1 and M2 chips, I thought maybe I'd buy a new iMac Pro when it came out. Well, last year it didn't come out, and I waited till this year, 2023, and it still hasn't. And then they upgraded the Studio to M2s. I thought maybe they're not going to do an iMac Pro anymore, so I'll take advantage of buying an M1 last year's and take advantage of good pricing, and that's what I did. Now, the only reason I'm doing this video is when I was researching, I could not find a comparison to an iMac Pro and a Mac Studio, M1 or M2. So that's the only reason I'm doing this. If you're looking for an M2 comparison, this isn't the video. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps. The main reason I purchased the Mac Studio is because I got it for a $300 reduced price after a week or so when the Mac Studio M2 came out. I was also able to get a Mac Studio display for $150 off of retail. I didn't want to go with anything less than a 5K monitor because I've had my iMac Pro 5K for almost 5 years. Once I got it all unboxed, I wanted to transfer all my data over, so I did a Thunderbolt to Thunderbolt port, which I only had about a half a terabyte on my iMac Pro, so it only took, I think, 40 to 50 minutes. Really smooth, very fast. Now for some numbers. Here's the specs on both machines, and here are some tests I ran. If you're like me, you really don't care about these benchmark numbers, but I did run a few. Cinebench single core, Mac Studio 1537, iMac Pro 1032, over a 500 point advantage to the Mac Studio in that. Cinebench multi-score, Mac Studio 12225, iMac Pro 11244, almost 1,000 better on the Mac Studio in that. This was the Blackmagic SSD test. This tests the internal drives in the machines. Write speed on the Mac Studio was 6,072, the iMac Pro 2834. Mac Studio was 3238 better, which was doubled. Read speed on the Mac Studio was 5884, iMac Pro was 2447. The Mac Studio was 3441 better. Well, then I did a Final Cut render, a 9-minute 50-second video. I first used the external drive. I used a Samsung T7 4TB drive on both machines. The Mac Studio did it in 3 minutes 23 seconds. The iMac Pro 4 minutes 27 seconds. Well, I did the same render on the internal drive. The Mac Studio did it in 2 minutes 37 seconds. iMac Pro 4 minutes 20 seconds. So the Mac Studio shaved almost a minute off for the internal drive. The iMac Pro stayed about the same as it did on the external drive. In closing, I'm happy with my purchase of the Mac Studio. My main reason is my iMac Pro, when I was doing a lot of Final Cut work with 4K footage, was starting to stutter a lot, and QuickTime kept crashing on me all the time where I'd have to force quit it. And I took the same projects and tested them on my Mac Studio, which didn't happen. So I'm assuming that it's all these media engines that helps with video editing. And the other thing is, I think I made myself a little bit future-proof. This should last a pretty long time now that Apple's moved everything to their own silicon. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.